Hello everyone, today I've got this Mercedes E220 that I'm sitting in just now. The battery light's coming on, so I'm going to check what's going on. Also, the customer is saying some of the things have stopped working, so like the radio and different things. So it started trying to save the energy. I think the car had a battery only a few months ago, so let's see what's going on with this. Okay, start it up. So the radio is on. Fife, that's where I used to live. Aye. Where's the button for the radio? I'll turn it off before the music starts. So radio's come on. There's no battery light. So I'll go and get my power probe and see what's going on. I can see the belt is spinning, it's not come off, it's got the new battery fitted. If I press this, it's not charging. 11.8. It might have a smart charge on it, so I'll go and put the headlights on. Well, would you look at that? Oh, now the battery's come on, just took it a while. I'll switch it off. Start it again and see, does it take a while before it realizes the battery light needs to come on. I was going to just put the headlights on, but it knows it's got a fault. So it's not charging. I want to get out there, start this up. I want to get out there and try this whilst the battery light's off. Like, there's no battery light now. It's not realized there's a fault. So it's not charging, so we'll do some checks at the alternator. We won't just go and put one on, we'll do some checks first. Fan belt's fine and tight. Looks good, so it's not the belt's come off or anything, so we can move past that. Also, I didn't know where the alternator was hiding, but I've looked at it and I've looked at a wiring diagram, and up here, up there, and back probe to the back of it. I don't even think you can see it properly, but I'm back probed at the little plug, and I want to check for the LIN bus. Ignition off, I've got 9.7 volts. If I disconnect that, at the battery, I've got 12 volts. Can you see that? 12 volts at the battery. Let that go, that'll go to 0. Put this in, it's 9.7. We're on the, what it's showing as a LIN bus wire on my wiring diagram. So now, I need to start the car and see, do we have a LIN bus there? So, key in the ignition, start the car. Even with the ignition on, I should get a LIN bus. And we do. You see that signal? That's LIN bus, and it's going between 10.8 and 0, just off 0. Got quite a good looking LIN bus signal, so we know the car is okay. The wiring is okay. I've got 2 more things to check. Start it up and see if that goes corrupted, but that's right. So that's still okay, but it's not charging. It's at 12.1. Okay, so it's not charging. Okay, here I am, looking with the power probe, putting the tip onto the big nut. I got 12.1 volts. Actually, if I change that to there, you might see it easier. You might. 11.7. If I go onto the case of the alternator, I've got 0. So there's no voltage on the ground, and this power here on this stud 11.7, you can see that. But if I check the voltage of the battery, I just gone and hit that thing. If I check the voltage of the battery, it's 11.7. So I've got no voltage drop. And check on the ground somewhere. The ground is good, and the chassis ground is also good. All the grounds are zero, and I've got the same voltage on the big post of the alternator as I do at the battery. It's only the same me pressing that. It's the same as if I just touched the battery here. Right. And we've got lin bus all the way to the alternator, so we're going to have to see if we can get one. I've been taking off stuff that's in the way, like the radiator fans, the cover at the top. Obviously the alternator drive belt. Even removed the cooler down there out of the way a bit just to help, and a coolant pipe just to get me as much room as I can just to fit it out of there. It was quite awkward, but I have noticed whilst I've done this that I've got a coolant leak, so at the moment they're happy to leave that and I'll get that another day, which is fine because I've got enough work to get on with. I'll have to come back and do that again, but the alternator fits in there, and it's got the 2 bolts at the top, 2 bolts at the bottom, obviously the wire and the multi-plug at the back. I've got one down the road, I'll throw it on, get this beast built up. Hopefully it'll be charging after that. I was going to show you, but it started raining, and it's actually stopped now, but I've been doing this pretty much in the rain. Doesn't make for a great video. And there's a helicopter flying over checking the electric lines, but that's where it goes, in that little hole there. The bolt's going through that way from the side inwards, like that way. Can't get my finger to show you that way. That way the bolts go. And yeah, I'll get it built up because it's really windy and stuff keeps blowing away. So there we go, then I'll check its charging. Okay, that's it back together. Running, just got to put some coolant back in. Here's the battery voltage. So we're charging now. It was the alternator, but because it was a pain, well, I'd want to check it anyway, but if it's a pain and an expensive part, you definitely want to check it. You don't want to do all that and then say, but definitely check it anyway, even if it's easy and the cheap part and expensive, but we're good. It's charging, just got to put the cover on, the air cover or whatever it is, on top of the battery. Finish topping up the coolant. There we go, no lights on the dash, all good. So I'll get it, maybe the radiator another day. At the moment I can't get hold of one, and this gets it on the road for today. It's a slow leak, we can get it back, do the radiator. That's how I diagnose an alternator, check it for power and ground with the engine running under load. I want to check the side of it, the block, the chassis, the casing of the alternator itself. Does it show any voltage indicating a bad ground? And going to the post on the alternator, if it's exactly the same as the battery, you know it's not got a drain on it, which is a handy thing to do with that Autel version of a power probe. And also checking the lin bus, again it's handy to do with that. If it wasn't raining so much I could have shown you a bit more about how to change the part, but basically what I did was looked at it, and if it's in the way, got something in the way, I just removed it. It's not really helpful if you want to know how to do it, but it is awkward. If you're doing it and you think this can't be right, yeah it is, it's just how they are. Hopefully it's helpful to somebody. Thanks for watching.